Hi guys, this is lesson 2-7, adding three-digit numbers, in other words, using the partial sums method. I'm going to show you two examples of three-digit numbers today that we're going to add together, and we're going to use the partial sums method to do that. So it would be helpful if you had a notebook along to follow along. Alright, here's a look at our first problem. 145 plus 322. The first thing we're going to do, and I like to do this, and we should get in the habit of doing this because it's a good mathematician move, is to roughly get an estimate, a ballpark estimate about what our answer should be about. So, let's see, 145, I'm going to round it to a nice even number, so I'm going to say 100 plus 322, I'm going to round to 300. There is a nice rounding video on my YouTube channel if you need a nice refresher on estimating numbers. So we're going to estimate that our number should be somewhere around 400 when we're all said and done with this. Okay, let's take a look at this. 145. I have a nice chart set up over here where I have 100s, 10s, and 1s, and I have these vertical lines in between that's going to help us kind of keep track of our place values as we go through our addition here. So you should make sure that you have something like this on your sheet as well too. Alright, in the number 145, I'm just going to make a note down here for you guys so you can follow along with me. In the number 145, we have, make my font a little smaller, 1/100ths, 4/10s, that would be 40, and then 5/1s, which would be 5. So over here, I am going to write 1/100ths, 4/10s, and 5/1s. In the number 322, I have 3/100ths, oops, 2/10s, and 2/1s. 2/1s is equal to 2, 2/10s is equal to 20, and 3/100ths is equal to 300. So over here I am going to write that I have 3/100ths, 2/10s, and 2/1s. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the 100s group first. And before I do that, I am going to move my little plus sign over here so we can keep track of what I am doing so you know what you are doing also. Alright? I'm also going to draw a line because this helps me keep everything separate and I know what I'm supposed to be adding together. So let's go ahead and add the 100s. 1 plus 3, or 1/100 plus 3/100ths would be equal to 4/100ths. I don't have anything in the other groups since we are just adding together the 100s. Next we're going to add together the 10s. 4/10s plus 2/10s would give us 6/10s. So I'm going to put a 6/10s down below and no 1s because remember we're just adding the 10s group. Now we're going to add the 1s group. 5/1s plus 2/1s is equal to 7/1s, or 7. Next up, we're going to add together our partial sums, and that is just what we did right here. We broke up our numbers by 100s, 10s, and 1s, and now we're going to add those together to get our final answer. I'm going to draw another line so I know what I'm adding together. So just the 4, so 4/100ths. And then we're going to bring the 6 down for 6/10s, and the 7 down. So our answer would be 467. It is a little bit higher than our estimate, but we do have a number in the 400s, and it's kind of close to that. Once again, just a ballpark estimate. All right, let's take a look at another one. 169 plus 175. If we were to do our ballpark estimate, we would say, I'm going to say 200 plus 200 is 400. So our answer, once again, should be somewhere around 400. If we take a look at our numbers, make my font smaller again for you. In the number 169, we have 1 100s, 6 10s, and 9 1s. So over here, we're going to write 1 100s, 6 10s, and 9 1s. In the number 175, we have 1 100s, 7 10s, and 5 1s. So over here again, I'm going to write 1 100s, 7 10s, and 5 1s. Don't forget that we need our little addition sign. I'm going to make it black for you, and I'm also going to draw a line down below so you know what we're adding together. It's time to do our partial sums. So let's start with the 100s. 1 100 plus 1 100 would be 2 100s, so I'm going to put a 2 down below. And nothing in the 10s yet. Oops. And nothing in the 1s because we're just adding together the 1s. Or the 100s, I'm sorry. Alright, let's look at the 10s. 6 10s plus 7 10s is 13 10s. Oh. But we can't put a 13 here, so we have to break it up. So we're going to put a 1 in the 100s and a 3 in the 10s. So this represents 13 10s. Nothing in the 1s column because we are just adding up the 10s that time. And then let's add up the 1s. 9 1s plus 5 1s would be 14. We can't put 14 here, so just as before, we have to move over to the 10s group. So I am going to put the 1 for the 14 underneath that and bring the 4 down. Now, let's get our plus sign and our lines so we know what we are going to be adding together. We have our partial sums all done here. Now we just need to add everything together and bring it down. So 2 100s plus 1 100 is 3. 3 10s plus 1 10 will be 4. And 4 1s will be 4. So our answer will be 344. Now this got a little bit tricky, and do notice that the 13 10s in here that we found can be replaced by the 110, or I'm sorry, the 1 100s and the 3 10s, just like our 14 1s can be replaced by the 1 10s and the 4 1s. That is a little bit tricky sometimes. Hope this helped.